chunk of amber.
Ooh, that's a beautiful chunk of amber. We are live, just so you know.
Uh, hello.
Yeah, no, she's got a chunk of amber.
Here's me and my amber.
That is gorgeous.
I like it because it has actual tree bark in it,
Oh,
and a little orange piece of something that I have been staring at, and
oh,
I don't know what it is, but there it is.
I love that. Yay. Yeah, quel jour. Quel jour. What a day.
Oh, 6 days at my portal by the ocean with my trees,
Oh,
and boy, did I come back to some chaos.
oh.
So, um, I'm still processing a lot. The information was it had a whole different flavor this time. I'm not. I gotta say.
Uh-huh.
Um, I am still processing a lot of it. I don't have the words for it yet. Um,
Yeah.
but one of the things that was pretty clear, and I think I talked about, or we had talked at some point in time about manifestation and how to go about that. And I had been saying that I had stopped doing new moon intentions every month
Yeah.
because, and they would change. So I'm not thinking of anything off the top of my head on a new moon intention that I set that came to pass.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, I take into account, what's meant to be, what's meant is meant to be. If it's not meant for you, it doesn't matter what spell you do, what you write down, it doesn't matter what you do. You're not going to receive it if it is not for you.
Right.
Or maybe it's not for you right now.
Yes. Okay.
But what I was also doing was there were like different manifestations every month. So I kind of got the messaging. It was like a confusion on the other side.
Mhm.
Like, well, what do you actually want? Because, like, last time it was this, and now it's this, and the time before that it was that, and this, and it's too much. It's too much. So I did ask for some clarity while I was up there around that, and thankfully they delivered. I was watching one of the channelers I watch, Sterling. You know him,
Oh, yes. I love Sterling.
love him.
Yes.
Um, he has a thing where you send in questions, and his wife will pick out a large number of them and answer them.
Uh,
And one of the questions, I just happened to be where I was, and he was on, and I watched it, and somebody asked about manifestation and said exactly what I'm doing these things and nothing's working. Um, what he said was, when you're manifesting, exactly what I was feeling like, don't pile on, don't
uh,
just don't pile on and sit with it. Don't do every 2 weeks. I'm manifesting this. I'm manifesting. He said the three C's of manifestation: clear, concise, consistent. So, like, okay, that's in line with what my messaging has been around it as well,
mhm.
in terms of slow your roll, basically. And also, I think when we're manifesting, I don't, a lot of times maybe we don't really sit and, is this what I really want? Or is this just something in the moment that will fix my current situation or will help my current
Yeah.
but is it truly what you want? So I think that's where the concise point comes in. So I'm going to be putting a little more thought into manifestations, probably bringing in a little dose of reality for me, because I tend to be like, well, why can't I have that? But, I will go on flights of fancy. I know this. But he said, write it down, and no more than like a paragraph. Write it down, be clear, be concise. And the consistency part is read it out loud every day. That's not something I've ever done. It's
Cool.
always been do the thing and then walk away and wait for it to, fall in my lap. Hasn't really worked out that way. It doesn't really fall in my lap. So I think I'm also going to be getting real clear with my guides, maybe pull a card. Like, is this thing that I am wanting to manifest, is this for my highest good right now?
Yeah.
And see what kind of messaging I get around that. But the consistency part, yeah, I never thought to read it out loud every day.
Nice. Yeah,
And then my feeling is, for me anyway, maybe give it, well, I'm always going to go on intuition, but maybe give it several months.
Yeah.
And then, I know it sounds weird, but during a Merc retrograde, revisit it. See if maybe the thing you want to manifest hasn't happened in its entirety, but are there bits and pieces being added? Maybe this manifestation stuff comes in, maybe it doesn't come in one big whole, here it is.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
pieces, and you're acquiring and gathering the pieces. And there's probably, I would imagine, experiences you have to have before you get this thing.
And then expressing the gratitude.
Gratitude. Gratitude for what you already receive.
Yes.
Because we all, if you look, we receive.
Yes, we do. We do.
I mean, it may not be as much as we'd like or look like what we think it should look like, but we do receive. So even the most basic of things, I'm grateful for my garden. I'm grateful for that rainbow. I'm grateful I saw that butterfly. I'm grateful for a roof over my head, which I know not everybody has, but I'm grateful I have food.
Yeah.
It's just that those are the smallest, most basic things. If you can't, sometimes it's hard. It's hard to find the blessings. I mean, especially days like today. I mean, I feel like something needs to be said about the happenings of yesterday.
Yeah.
It sounds so harsh, but we are very much in a time of you reap what you sow. I knew, and I've known for months, that something like this was going to happen.
Wow.
I didn't know to who specifically.
Yeah.
But I knew something like this was going to happen. It was inevitable, and it was only a matter of time.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of, and you want to talk about manifesting.
Oh,
This is a being that stated many, many, many times that gun violence and deaths, although unfortunate, is the price we have to pay to protect our rights. And that hit me like a ton of bricks right off the bat.
wow.
That's the manifestation. Clearly, that was not what he intended, and that was not never anything he would have wanted to manifest. But it speaks to how powerful your words are.
Yes.
So yeah, and now we have to, go through the inevitable. Everybody's going to chime in. Everybody's got a different opinion. Everybody, And unfortunately, this is probably just going to make things worse for a minute. But unfortunately, this is the road humanity has to travel down right now. And it is now up to us to make something positive to come out of this in some way, shape, or form. I've long maintained they are not going to do anything about guns because it hasn't affected really their circle yet. And that's what it was going to take. And I knew it. So, and I got to say, the truth justice part of me, the Aries moon part of me is super angry at fly the flags at half mast today.
Oh.
I does not sit well with me, as you can tell by the tone of my voice right now, does not sit well with me at all. There was a congresswoman and her husband that just got killed.
Right.
Were the flags flying half mast? There was a school shooting yesterday while all of this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to gods, none of those kids were killed. They were injured. Were flags flying half mast for those kids at Uvalde, for the kids at the Catholic school, to the thousands of other children that have lost their lives to gun violence in schools? Were you flying flags half mast then?
Right.
No. Were you talking? No. All I can. It's our rights. It's our rights to have guns. To have guns. Like, well, then, I'm hearing if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And this is what happened. And today, obviously, it just dawned on me, I was today years old this morning when I realized today is September 11th.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's I'm in an interesting space today.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Because I know that's I was joking with you about the process of uploading the video to YouTube. Okay. But yeah, that's what was coming in for me was a very quick video about it. It's just an urgent call to come back to center and be at peace. And again, to own, just as you were talking about, manifestation is you have to be at the vibrational level to match what you're wishing to manifest. And we are not going to manifest peace when we are coming from a place of hate and anger and division.
Exactly.
But that's it right now. So it is up to us, which, we don't obviously bypass it, go through it, experience the rage, experience the frustration.
And I am.
Yeah.
and that's you've caught me in that process at this very moment.
And that's very, I'm sorry you're experiencing that. And it's a
Oh
good,
no, it's
and
good.
it's good. It is good that, to show we experience it, we
Yeah,
process it in order to come back to center and still be the beacon of light and anchoring in peace and love and all that. It doesn't mean we're airy fairy and we're not grounded at all. It
no.
means, yeah, we're a human. We are processing this. And yeah, that human part of me and that ego part, whoa, that ego part, whoa, wants to go, nee, nee, nee. But it's like, ooh, come back, come
I
back.
won't even tell you what the ego part of me is saying right now.
I know exactly.
I think I put it very nicely. Thank you for the messaging. You reap
Yes,
what you sow.
yes. So this is a very, oh, yeah.
And I mean, this eclipse that we had that was a doozy.
Uh-huh.
I Last year's lunar eclipse, same thing. Shocking events happening that I was in no way prepared for and
Mhm.
thought, no way. A person that I thought would be in my life forever, soul connection, soul sister. Well, in person, after 4 years online and video calls every week and daily texting and
Oh,
in person, was a completely different person.
wow.
Either that
Wow.
or
Yeah.
it took actually my boyfriend pointing something out to me that she had said to me. And there was like does she always do that?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And then I realized in that moment, I was like, damn. And just a flood of things.
Oh,
I'm like, yes. And I've put up with it
yeah.
like I always do, because that's what my mother trained me to do. And as much work as I've done around that,
Mhm.
clearly I was still doing it. Needless to say, there was someone else that we met there who I am very happy to report in person was just above and beyond, even better than we could have. It just instantaneous. I mean, we went from never seeing each other in person to spending a week together in the same house. So we both were kind of like, like, but it just felt natural. Like we have lived together before, and I'm sure we have.
Yeah.
But this particular friend is a quadruple Sag. So sweet, so loving, so caring, but do not get on her bad side. But to be fair, you got to really be an ass to get on her bad side. Needless to say, we were at a place called Tiny Town, which is funnier than hell to me still. Um, and the one friend said something to my other friend, and Miss Saggy, wow, it was something to behold. Went off, went off. And the last statement was, F you, bitch. I was like, I had decided when all this that I would just go across the street and just check out the tiny town. I was
Wow.
not involved in this in any way, shape, or form. Other than I heard it and then there was yelling. I'm like, okay, I guess I better go see what's going down. Um, Unfortunately, had to sit in a car with the friend that got told off for 40 minutes in silence. She did not say a word.
Mm.
I did not know what to say because it was just abundantly clear to me, and that this person needs to exit my life. She is not good for me. And we haven't spoken to her since. It's been a year. We're coming up on a year. This was last September.
Wow.
This eclipse season, wow. I found out I might be losing my place in Cambria
Oh,
that I've been in for 10 years.
oh no.
I'm grappling with that. And I mean, I do have still the hotels, but I like my own space. I like where I am. It's home to me. And it's cheaper than staying in hotels. So I'm not sure what's going to pan out there. And I was not prepared for that while I was there.
Oh,
So it
no.
was kind of sad just being there. And I feel myself starting to kind of disconnect from that space. So maybe it's less painful for my heart, but that's not going to work. That's just me shutting down and disconnecting, and I can't do that. So that happened.
Oh.
I came home to, I mean, my daughter moved in. She's here full time now.
Okay.
For the first time since she was 3 years old, and she's 19. But she went through a whole situation with that. So I was trying to keep her okay. So the rest of her stuff got moved in on Sunday. And whereas my ex-husband had said that I thought that there was a desk that had to come in the house, I thought it was going to be left on the patio and me and my boyfriend would handle it. So I was in the backyard and I go back in, and my ex-husband had been in my house. I'm like, you said you didn't want to go in my house. Why were you in my house? So I smudged immediately. I'm like, that's one thing. You could eclipse right out forever and for good. I mean, basically, that cord is cut. Our daughter is 19 years old. He's moving out of state. So, but she finally told me that, yes, him moving was upsetting her because it made her feel like she didn't matter to him. And I didn't have the heart to tell her that, well, I've told her in the only way he's capable of, he does.
Right.
Because I'm not going to tell her flat out, you're absolutely correct. It doesn't really matter. He's going through the motions. He's doing what society says a father should do and be.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, well, okay, set up an appointment with him and your therapist and talk about it. And she said, I've already talked to him about it, Mom. And my God, she told him exactly that. It makes me feel like I don't matter to you. And he looked our child in her eyes and told her, I have to do what's best for me. So, needless to say, that's him in a nutshell. And that's always been him. Always, always, always. I mean, I'm kind of lucky in the fact that she understands exactly why I couldn't be married to him anymore. She never really held any, grudges or was angry with me or, for getting divorced or whatever. Because everything I experienced with him, she experienced with him. The only difference is she's his child. I could come at it from, this is just another relationship I've managed to get myself into with a toxic man. And I understand why. And I understand what I'm working through here. She doesn't, obviously. She just knows that he has to do what's best with her, for him, and she's known it. But narcissist. I kind of don't like to use the term narcissist because I think it's so overused at this point. There's a difference between clinical narcissism and just completely self-absorbed and selfish, self-centered.
Mm-hmm.
He is definitely that. So I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't have the testing. I can't say he would fall under what most people would consider a narcissist. But I mean, it's always been about him. So I thought maybe it would be different for her. I thought maybe having, his own child, that it would change something in him. But it didn't. So I'm dealing with the aftermath of that. And, she's super happy to be with me all the time, full time now, but it's still going to be an adjustment. We've been divorced since she was 3 years old. We've had joint custody since she was 3 years old. There was like maybe a 3-year span in there when she was a little bit older that she kept running away from his house. So she would stay with me full time. So she's working through a lot, and I'm trying to help her work through a lot, and I'm working through a lot, my own personal self, and trying, and now the collective is working through a lot. I'm like,
it's a lot.
Just gonna sit here and I can't grip my amber any tighter. But I just keep hearing it's gonna be okay. I keep hearing the song, every little thing is gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It's just not right now.
Yeah.
So we just have to try to move through it with some kind of grace, ease on ourselves.
Yes.
Especially. Just don't drown in all. I mean, emotions are just. There's a whole lot of Pisces activity going on right now. So people are down in it, swimming around in it.
Yeah. Which is, as you were just kind of saying, it's like making sure we are energetically protected, especially if you're empaths at all. Being able to differentiate between what is yours and what is something you've just picked up by walking through that crowd.
Exactly. I am at where I take it on so easily.
Yeah.
I think, maybe it's the Cancer sun. It's just the mama bear. Just here, let me take that pain for you. Let me take that pain for you. I don't want you to carry that. Whether I disagree with you or not, obviously you are in pain. I don't want any human to have to carry that kind of pain. But it's not mine. It's not mine to heal. It's not mine. I'm just going about my daily business and absorbing things. So I am most definitely going to be carrying kyanite, black
kyanite. Mm-hmm.
If I'm remembering correctly. That's the one that never needs to be cleansed, and it will cleanse anything it touches.
Nice.
If I believe it's kyanite. I get kyanite and one other one mixed up. But I'm pretty sure it's kyanite. And one of my grandpa's Apache stones.
Nice.
because I seem to be an absorbing machine right now, even more so than normal for reasons I'm not clear on. Um, this might be. I know I've recently gone through a pretty large shift, transformation, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I think it's reminding me of Dungeons and Dragons. I think my experience points went up. I got new skills.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're leveling up.
But if that is the case, then yeah, dang. That is number one on the list for me is making sure I'm okay energetically, making sure nothing is sticking, and making sure it means I'm it means a pretty probably decent amount of time in my head because I have to be mindful and for me to be mindful of it I have to be on it all the time.
Okay. Very, very conscious of it, consciously aware.
Conscious mindfulness because I will just go, oh yeah, I feel icky. Ooh, okay, and go about my day. I don't do anything about that generally. Not actively. I think that's the part. Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. Yeah.
I have
That's,
to actively clear my energetic space several
and
times a day, most likely.
I was gonna say, and maybe it's you set your alarm or whatever, so you do it every hour.
Exactly.
It's just like, yep, okay, it's time to
Maybe
clear. It doesn't have to be long and involved. It's just,
no,
yeah.
no. Even just a quick sage. That's another thing everybody should be doing every day. That
Oh
I've
yeah.
been getting, and then I've seen other channelers say the same thing. Sage yourself every day.
Yeah.
So there's very much. Obviously, it's not just me. We all need to be apparently very mindful of clearing our energetic space, our homes, our bodies.
Hmm.
I don't know. I may be meeting my boyfriend at the door every with you ain't coming in this house till you've been saged. Because he's out working all day doing that.
That's right. Yeah, he's picking it all up, and used to be keep your shoes at the door. It's like, nope, nope.
No, I'm just gonna meet you outside on the porch. Actually, don't even open the door. Um, that was a lot of messaging I got when I was away way too. It's just I to be more mindful of keeping my energies clear. Like I said, maybe I'll set alarm,
Hmm.
get my just a little tap, maybe a little sage, quick breath work,
Hmm.
and yeah, and as soon as I will form a habit, it will eventually stick, and there will not need to be alarms, and it'll get to the point where I'll probably be like, "Is it time yet? Is it time yet?" So that's what I mean when I say I have to be in my head about it
Yeah.
because too
Oh,
many other things will come in and distract me,
well, yeah.
like a bee flying right in front of your face.
Oh no.
It's okay. I'm sitting near their food, so
Oh well, then that's, yeah, that, and you being outdoors is incredibly healing, letting Mother Nature absorb and transmute. That's a very, very powerful healing and clearing of energy as well.
I would say I spend a good 80% of my day outside. I
That's,
don't like being inside.
yeah.
I never have. Not since I was a little tiny, wee little Tracy. I did not like being inside, and I did not like wearing shoes. And still the same. 59 years later, yeah, still don't like wearing shoes. Still want to be outside as much as it possibly can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would climb up in my grandma and grandpa's plum tree and just sit there
Oh, how cool.
for a couple hours. Tracy, you need to come down now. And then I found out years later that when my dad got too kind of stressed out, he would take a break, and this man would literally pack a backpack, hike into the woods.
Uh-oh. Did your phone overheat? I'm going to reach out to Tracy to see if her phone just overheated, because that happened before. So excuse me while I check this out. Did your phone overheat? She's responding. So. Okay. She just said, and we're done. Internet issue. So, so that being said, thank you for joining us. And please remember to take care of yourself. You may be going through it just like how Tracy was talking about it. A gentle reminder, allow yourself to feel your feelings, allow yourself to feel them. Just don't sit in them. You'll see them, you recognize them, see what triggered it, what is the message. Apply love, forgiveness, compassion, integrate it, and let it release it, and then refocus on something else to lift your vibration. But it's really important that we all take care of ourselves. I have been holding my little shungite Merkaba. Shungite is more for electromagnetic field, but I love my smoky quartz as well. Here's my smoky, as well as the what Tracy was saying, the black kyanite is wonderful. So just if a particular crystal resonates with you, there, just trust your instincts, trust your intuition, but make sure you are taking time, at least morning, noon, and night, to clear out your energy field and come back into your place of love and calm. We're all going to get through this. I promise. Tracy promises. And I'm sure we will probably be back next week. So until then, please take care of yourself. And we'll see what rabbit hole we go down the next time. Hopefully, well, it is what it is. Life just is what it is. Sending love, and know that the divine in me sees the divine in you. Namaste. Bye-bye. See you next week.